I am out here pulling weeds in the garden, and I thought we could do a little bit of a garden tour if y'all want. The tomatoes are looking really great. We have green beans to harvest, and we already harvested potatoes, but I'm really pleased with our year one of this garden out here, and I look forward to even better years in the future once we kind of get a little bit better soil and compost and stuff worked in. My tiny helper's on her way out here. But onions, we planted a whole row. They didn't go well, so we've just been using the tops for green onions. They're not, I think we just didn't start them correctly. And then over here, we have peppers. Again, we started these from seed. They never came up. And so Zach went and got just a few little plants to start from. And they're doing really great. I'm seeing like, yeah, go over in the grass. They're starting to bud out a little bit, and then I'll show you the tomatoes. Okay, all of this is tomatoes. There is quite a few plants, this whole row, like all the way back to the blueberries, and they are doing great. We have some plants like this little one that we started from seed, and actually some of these we started from seed, but that one just has taken a while. Oh, thank you. Are you gonna water? Okay. But these we also started, and they have tomatoes all over them. They're all green. I'll show you. I'll see if I can find a good one. Okay, here we go. So right there, you've got tomatoes all in there. Yeah. This is just some Demacious earth. It's not fungus. The bug started. Thank you. Are you watering? I appreciate it.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
The bugs started getting them, so we had to do a little bit of Demacious earth control. I'll flip the camera around this way so I can show you better. But there are green tomatoes all in these plants. Look, Palmer, you see the tomatoes? They're everywhere. Can you show me the tomatoes? Look at this one. You see? Yeah. What color are they? What color? They green? They're gonna turn red. But they are just stacked in there, and we are super pleased with how these are doing. This is like on every plant, so we'll be canning for the rest of our lives. But like even this plant that's a little bit smaller still has tomatoes all in it. Can you show me the tomatoes?
Yes.
What color are they? Are they green? Green? We did buy some cheaper tomato cages, and the last storm that came through blew a lot of them over, so Zach came through and added T-posts to a ton of them to help hold them up the rest of the season. So they are doing much better now that they're stable, and so that is one thing we'll change for next year, is how we stabilize the plants. This one plant has so many tomatoes on it. Like so many. They're all just stacked in there. Over here we have our black-eyed peas, and then some purple whole peas. And again, the white is just Demacious earth. I think Zach went a little nuts, but he didn't want the bugs eating all of the leaves. So here we're at. We're living and learning. But along with the peas, we also have this whole row of green beans, and some of them are ready to pick. So hopefully we'll get to harvest those, maybe eat them with dinner. Pumped about that. And there's still little flowers out here. This is our corn. I've been struggling with the corn a little bit. It looks really good, but I cannot figure out how to get rid of some of the bugs on here. These little friends are everywhere. The Nymphanaceous earth is not killing them. So I might try some neem oil. I'm trying not to put like heavy pesticides on everything. Trying to stick with more natural options, but I'm worried about these bugs a little bit. The corn still seems to be growing fine. It is just a little bit shorter than I am. That one right there is about as tall as I am, but it's doing good. This was our first year to try corn and I was skeptical, but honestly I've been very pleased with it. There. We're gonna have some corn, folks. I don't know if it'll taste good, but we'll have some. Last but certainly not least is our watermelon. Again, our first year to try it. We just put a little bit of everything in these gardens this year, just to see what would grow, but this is doing surprisingly well. We have just kind of let it roam free, but I think we're about to start taking the ends and like wrapping it back into itself to keep it a little bit more contained. But it's got plenty of area over here to spread out as it wishes. So hopefully we'll have some sweet and juicy watermelons. Fingers crossed, because Palmer and I are pumped for it. We have watermelon blooms. They're starting to flower. What's wrong? Can you put your boots on? Palmer, are you excited about watermelon?